everyone, I'm Georgia and this is The Sound of Georgia. Today we're back with part 2 of looking at the 100,000th frame in Julie Andrews movies. So last time we, kind of unintentionally I guess, covered what probably would have been called her golden age of movies. So now we're heading to the dark times. Not necessarily these screenshots, although some of them are bad, but the movie's sort of overall not looked on as the greatest time in her career. But anyway, so for Darling Lily we've got this. It's kind of intriguing. Definitely gives off a historical vibe. You know this is a period piece. But if you know it's a Julie Andrews movie, you notice she's not there. And it's kind of sad. But Tamara Seed. This is one that you know would be better just a few seconds earlier or a few seconds later. It's that marvellous moment of blurry. It's caught right in the middle of the character doing something and it's just blurry. Not the worst blurry I've seen, but not great. At least Julie's not the blurry one. All Blake Edwards directed ones so far. But this is 10. Fine. This is one of the films I haven't seen in forever because it's just not my thing. So I don't remember a lot of the context, but it could have been a weirder expression on Dudley Moore's face. So next up is Little Miss Marker. This is another one where just a few seconds earlier or a few seconds later we would have had a better shot. It's not awkward in how blurry it is, like the Tamara Seed was, but the kid looks like she's in a really uncomfortable position, and a few seconds later or a few seconds earlier she would not look as uncomfortable, because this looks more uncomfortable than it is. I think we know that. But Julie's got the love. Okay, so with this being the video that will include all of the, as I like to call them, bad Blake movies, that being 10 SOB, The Man Who Loved Women and That's Life, which is the same story 4 times. But, well, I was worried that maybe I wouldn't be able to show you some of them. But there are quite a few moments in all of those films that would be pushing it a bit for YouTube. And, well, SOB is the one when it comes to that. SOB is the one where she does that. Obviously I can't show that to you. I'd say thankfully that is not the 100,000th frame, but I think the 100,000th frame of SOB is even worse. I don't want to look at this anymore. Next, Blake Edwards again. So here's Victor Victoria. Oh, I should clarify that the pro shot of Victor Victoria is not included in this video. The maid's presence in this shot kind of ruins it a little bit. It's rather nicely framed there with James Garner right in the middle of the hallway, but the maid being there just throws it off. So it's a nicely designed set, let's say that. So this is The Man Who Loved Women. So this is a pretty average, I guess, medium shot. I don't know who she is. Don't know the actress, can't remember the character. Moving on. Okay, so this one's kind of sweet just because it's Julie's daughter Emma. This still image almost gives off a vibe that the scene absolutely does not have. It gives a bit of a vibe of a very, very blurry background with the character right in the middle doing absolutely nothing, which is absolutely not what the scene is about. She's just walking across the kitchen. But I kind of like the vibe that it inaccurately gives off. Also, it's Emma. Duet for One. This is, as I said, one of her best performances. This shot just kind of looks, it's very dark. It's hard to tell what's going on, and not just because I haven't seen the film in forever. For a fine romance we have this. A nice still shot of some flowers. I guess it's kind of like the torn curtain of this video with the most bland background, nothing frame of all, meaning no characters, no nothing identifying at all. But in terms of being one that's just the background with no characters or anything identifying really at all. But I'll take a shot of a nice pretty bouquet of flowers for the wall that was torn curtain. It's 100,000th frame. Next up is Our Sons with Margaret's character getting out of the taxi. I mean, it's not the worst. If it was just a shot of the taxi without her getting out, it would be nice as far as an image, but the fact that she's getting out and the general blurriness of the vehicle is a big drawback. And finally for today's video is the 100,000th frame of Unspecial Night. It's just James Garner's character's son-in-law in the driver's seat of the car. You could say we're looking at this through Julie's eyes because, yeah, that would be her perspective, but nothing special. I find my eye drawn to the rearview mirror just because it's something vaguely interesting. So, out of these 12 I just showed, Julie featured in a total of 3, and one of those 3 is the most horrifying image I've ever seen in my entire life. No wonder I avoid that movie. But that's all for today. We've covered her golden years, covered the Dark Age, I guess, and then a little bit, and everything in the next video will be stuff she's made in the 21st century. Unspecial Night came out in 1999, so new millennium for the next video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my video next time. So until then.